Well, that was fun reviewing East Blue. What fun I have here. Now I'm bored. What's that? It's a crumbled piece of paper. It's a cease and desist note from the guy, the One Piece guy. I'm gonna guess it's the author? I don't know. Pretty spoopy, if I do say so myself. Well, it's not my religion to believe in notes. So, I guess I'm just gonna review Baroque works. Yay. 僕は今探し始めた水しぶき上げて果てしなく続く世界へ溢れ出す情熱を胸にどこまでも行くよまだ見ぬ光求め Howdy nerds of everywhere, it's me, ShrugPod, and today I'm going to be reviewing the second arc of One Piece, the Baroque Works arc. Now, we last left off in the East Blue arc, which was the last thing I reviewed. So this will be covering volumes 12 to 23, or volumes 100 through 216. I'm going to be continuing off where I left. And I'm not going to be covering everything that I covered in the last video, because you can just go watch that one. But anyway, this is the review of the second arc of One Piece Baroque Works. Alabasta is the second arc in One Piece. The Straw Hats finally reached the Grand Line, but soon after they reach there, they are being pursued by a criminal organization known as Baroque Work. They meet a princess named Vivi, who is trying to keep war from breaking out in her country, as well as fending out their assassination attempts as Baroque Works tracks them down from island to island. Along the way, you get to meet Luffy's older brother, Portgas D. Ace, as well as two giants named Dory and Bragi. And they also gain a new member, Tony Chopper, who, by the way, is my freaking favorite. With all of the main characters coming together at Alabasta, there's a huge climactic fight, which, just like the other arcs you can tell, everyone has their main villain that they fight, and so it all comes out together as this giant battle in Alabasta. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to go back over all the main characters because I already went over some of them in the last review, which you can go watch that if you want to know about some of the other characters like Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro. But right now, I'm going to be going over the allies and team members that joined the Straw Hats for this arc. So, I'm going to start off with Princess Vivi. Vivi is 16 years old. She infiltrates Baroque Works so that way that she can find out what Baroque Works is going to do in Alabasta. Soon, she temporarily joins the Straw Hat Pirates, so that way they can all team up and win back Alabasta. Now, the reason why I like Vivi so much is because I really like her development. When she first joins the Straw Hats, she's just there so that way that Nami can get some money off of their kingdom. But she soon begins to grow a friendship with them, and she really starts to count on them. Luffy is very trusting by nature, but he also learns to trust her even more. He even learns some stuff from Vivi herself, and how to be a better captain and stuff like that, which I think is really, really cool. But you also get to see her develop as a character as she realizes that her kingdom is greater than what she really wants. And I think that that is a really cool character development. Now, the second and final character that I'm going to be talking about is Tony Chopper. Chopper is 15 years old. He's a blue-nosed reindeer that comes from Drum Island, and his goal is to become the best doctor that he can for his crew members. Now, Chopper was abandoned as a child because his parents had nothing to do with a human-like reindeer that had a blue nose. And so Dr. Hairlook took him in because he thought that he was a monster. Dr. Hairlook taught him how to make medicine. And then later on, as Luffy came, he was ready to go out to sea after becoming aware that, yes, I can go on with knowing that Dr. Hairlook's knowledge that he's given me. But Chopper is one of my favorites just because you think that he's just so cute and adorable, and then he freaking goes into a freaking Hulk mode and he beats the crap out of everything. That's super cool. Yes, at this time in the story, he still has a lot to learn and become a lot stronger, but he is still one of my favorites to watch and to read. At the end of this arc, Luffy defeats Crocodile, one of the 7 warlords of the sea. Now, everyone is super impressed with Luffy as his bounty raises up to 100 million berries, and everyone is just wondering how this rookie pirate beat one of the greatest pirates on the seas right now. So, after Luffy defeats him, Vivi has to make a decision about whether going out to sea or not, which is a hard conflict on her because she has to decide between her kingdom or her love of her friends. Now, my thoughts on this arc is that this is probably my 3rd favorite arc. I don't have any problems with this arc, except that there are some parts of it that are just kind of boring. They can get pretty boring, but the final goodbye that the Straw Hats give to Vivi is probably one of my favorite moments in One Piece. Also, the fight that you're watching right now is honestly one of the best moments in all of One Piece. It's one of the best fights, really, and this animation, by the way, is spot on. Now, the final goodbye that the Straw Hats share with Vivi is one of my favorites just because of how heartbreaking that it is. Everyone looks at to Vivi as she gives her final goodbyes, but as well as being chased by the Marines, the Straw Hats have to get away. Well, instead of looking back and yelling at her so that way she doesn't get caught, they hold up their sign of their friendship, which the X on their arm means the sign of their fellowship, as it says in the manga. And this time is just heartbreaking because you know that they probably will not come back to Vivi because even though they promised, they won't come back because they're going on this huge journey. And when they do return, Vivi's going to realize that Luffy's the king of the pirates and he has fulfilled his journey. But that excites her more than anything. She did really want to go, but she ended up not being able to. This arc just shows us how dangerous the Grand Line can be. The Straw Hats have just now gotten to the Grand Line, and they've already experienced this giant war that they've stopped. I mean, they have a long way to go still on the Grand Line, but this is just the beginning, and if it's going to be this rough, then the Straw Hats have a lot to prepare for. For being the 2nd arc in the entire series, this is a really great start, and like from here on out, it shows just what we'll be expecting. But out of 10, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. If you are interested in buying this, I would suggest buying the first box set, because you can get that with the East Blue as well. So you can get volumes 1 through 11 of the East Blue, and then volumes 12 through 23 of Baroque works. And that's all I have to say. I thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an awesome review, and goodbye.